Get back to thanks for that commercial break there, but we got to talk about something that's going to be very controversial. I feel like this episode was late for a reason, and Joe already knew why. So we got to talk about. Some would say, that music era where Soldier Boy and them came out. It was the snap music, but it was really the ringtone era. And that's what we got with these young quarterbacks now. They're reshaping the game. The old quarterbacks is like back in my day, I used to stand in the pocket and throw the football. Now you could be a mobile quarterback and make things happen. Some will call you a running back if you did this too much. But these three guys reshaped and reset the quarterback market as far as getting paid. Hurts, Lamar, Burrow, all signed their big deals. Some would say they were team friendly. We really don't care about that part about it. We just want to see you play football because we're fans here. So we got to ask the question: since you got your payday, you hit your mega millions or your mega billions in some cases, if the money is managed right. Who will win? Who will be the first to deliver a Super Bowl out of these three quarterbacks? And I'll give you the three quarterbacks again, just in case you weren't listening. That's Jalen Hurts with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's Lamar Jackson with the Baltimore Ravens. And that's Joe Burrow with the Cincinnati Bengals. So out of these three quarterbacks, which one will deliver a Super Bowl first? I see you over there thinking, Joe, but we starting with Dave.
Who wins a Super Bowl first between these three? Two of these quarterbacks have already been, and they've lost. From what I remember and what I seen, is that the last 17 quarterbacks that went to the Super Bowl have not gone back. So my thing is, are two of these quarterbacks even going to get back? We don't know. All I know is, from my predictions, I have neither one of them making it to the Super Bowl this year. So I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is ready. He has what he needs around him. And as people will say, he has no excuses now because he has weapons. Now, unless injuries happen, we know that's one thing. But we're talking about fully healthy, and even not even fully healthy, but let's just say the majority of the team is healthy throughout the season. I believe the Ravens have the best chance with Lamar Jackson to be able to make and win the Super Bowl. Like I said, history has already said the last 17 to make it there ain't gone back. I can name them. You got Jared Goff, you got and this is not the last 17. So let me rephrase that. The last 17 to make it there their first time and lost.
There we go.
Have not made it back. Because remember, Patrick Mahomes, his first one he won, and then he lost one against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And he went back and won one last year. So, but Jimmy Garoppolo was one of those that went to there and lost. There was Joe Burrow, like I said. Jalen Hurts was another one. There was Jared Goff. Jared Goff got there, lost. There was someone else I had in my Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan got there first, lost, didn't go back. So it's for me, with history and with what the Ravens have right now, I believe the Ravens will. Lamar Jackson will be the first out of those three to actually make it and win the Super Bowl.
Joe?
David, stop looking at my notes. So look, David's right. I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Y'all, for multiple reasons. Number one, David's reason. The last 17 quarterbacks that lost their first Super Bowl hasn't made it back to the Super Bowl. All right, and that's including Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts. Well, Jalen Hurts never had his opportunity yet, but yeah, we'll see. But Joe Burrow hasn't been back since. All right. Also, another thing, Lamar Jackson. If I look at any quarterback that can go toe to toe with Mahomes, no matter who's on the field, it's Lamar Jackson. I know Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes twice or three times, you say, right? I understand that. What I also know is he has the three number one receivers as his quarterback. I mean, as his three number one receivers on his team. Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. Not taking nothing away from him, but Lamar Jackson never had no more receiver on the team ever in his life. Last time he played Mahomes, who won that game? Lamar Jackson. Who has the second highest winning percentage behind Patrick Mahomes on the active players? It's Lamar Jackson. Another reason is this. To win a Super Bowl, you have to have a great defense, right? Your defense got to hold up at the right. Either you're going to have a great defense or they're going to hold up at the right time in the playoffs. Since Lamar Jackson's been in the league, look at this, look at the Ravens, y'all. Since 2018, the Ravens were 6th in points allowed. 2019, 1st in points allowed. 2020, 1st in points allowed. 2021, when they were injured like crazy in the offseason, they were 19th, but Lamar still had him as the number 1 seed before he got hurt.
Let him cook now.
2000, because I'm a Ravens, comes from the Ravens. Like,
yeah. Bring that feeling back.
All right. So in 2021, right? 2021, 2022, they were 8th in points allowed, and last year they were 1st in points allowed. So one thing I know about the Ravens, they're gonna always get points. No, hold on.
We were 1st in points allowed.
Okay. My bad. Hold up. Okay, my bad. They were 3rd. My bad.
That hit him like Nick Bosa. Like a Nick Bosa. He's like, hold up.
My bad. Sorry about that. All right. So my whole thing is, what's this? The world. My whole thing is, the one thing about the Ravens, they keep a great defense around Lamar Jackson, and they keep a good running game. Now they're adding the passing weapons to the situation. Man, listen, man, I'm a big fan of Lamar Jackson. I like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is he's the second best quarterback in the league. I'm gonna give you that, right? But that's that, man. 17 in a row, Tomo. I know who you got. 17 in a row, Tomo. So I'm going with L. Jack, Lamar.
Why y'all do this, man? Why y'all do this? We supposed to have been over there. We supposed to find ways to find different angles for these debates. And then you ask this question, and we set up him like, well, history say 17, right? 17 quarterbacks, right? Also, I just want to throw out there. I'm glad y'all threw out the quarterbacks. Let me throw out the teams. Only 8 times in 55 years has a team that lost the Super Bowl returned to play again the next year. That's the 71 Cowboys, the 72 Dolphins, the 73 Vikings. Look at the year I'm talking about. The 87 Broncos, 91 through 93 the Bills. Remember that? They had a good run. They couldn't win one, but they helped the NFC East. That's why we where we at, Joe. Shout out to the Bills.
Went to 4 straight and lost all 4.
Hey, I ain't mad. Joe, don't shake your head because you got one from the Bills. Y'all got one.
We got one too.
Look, all three of us. Thank you to the Bills.
I love it.
We need to brace on the Bills. Go ahead.
You did though. Probably was that 91 or 92 team that Jerry kept on? I'm just saying. But and then the 2018 Patriots. Like that's the most. That's we can say we can go back and watch that on YouTube without trying to. We can watch it probably in like 720p. We can watch that one. Everything else is like 360 or 280. Anyway, the hangover continues. Joe Burrow tried to do it, but when he got to the CVS, they was all out of Pedialyte and Advil, so that hangover is still there. He's still suffering. Jalen Hurts, he did his thing last year. He did something that most people really didn't think he could do. But is he really going to get back? This is really a prove year. They're like, can you do it again? There's also another thing that I just want to throw out there for our Jalen Hurts conversation, right? He's now under more pressure in his career than he's ever faced. Because technically, before that, everyone was just saying, can he do it? Now that he has done it, will he be able to do it? Like I was sitting back, I was like, so if you fell down 2 stairs, like you just tripped over and came down the steps, you like, that hurts my knee. But if you got pushed off a roof, you think you're gonna break something? But right now, Jalen Hurts is on the roof. He was on the steps last year. Now he on the roof. Now, if you get pushed off this roof and you can't stand up like cats, like they fall on their feet, if you don't fall on his feet, everybody gonna be like, man, I told y'all. So we're gonna see how he can deal with pressure. But out of those 2 quarterbacks, one of them has the most pressure since he came in the league. He's supposed to have been a wide receiver. And y'all know I'm mad y'all picked him too. So I'm saying Lamar gonna get one too, man. I say all that to say this. Now, out of the 3 quarterbacks, I know we all say that Lamar Jackson has the best defense, right? But the best situation is Jalen Hurts. Because how are we going to go make his team He gonna go do what it do for his team.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna sit up here and say all this, but I'm still going with Lamar because a little bit of fandom, but because I really don't know about that Eagles team. Like they got all the way there, but when the pressure really hit, and I said this on the panel, what happened? That defense folded. They started making up excuses about how the field was slippery, like another team wasn't over there scoring with them. So can they really do it? And then they lost all those key pivotal pieces. We just talked about CJ and how he was a pivotal piece in that secondary. That's 6 interceptions that you can't get back. Hargrave, that's what we had, like 6, 7, 8 sacks. You can't get that back. Jalen Carter is there, but is he going to be proven like Hargrave? So for me, I'm going with Lamar. He finally got his weapons. Unanimous MVP. He did it with no players around him. And the Ravens are in a division where he can really show and prove it. I picked him as third to finish in that division. They can always prove me wrong because predictions are, like I said. Matter of fact, let me address one more thing before we go. I did pick the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl and beat us. I did do that, but that was a prediction. And predictions are nothing but like dressed up words. It's just a dressed up version of guessing. That's all it is. All right. So don't hold my feet to the fire because I picked them to go and win. And I'm saying Lamar gonna get one before them. All right.
He really think the Cowboys gonna win. He doesn't want to say it, so he had to say the Bengals.
I mean, come on now.
That's what it is. Yeah, he ain't want to be like Michael Irvin. Dude, bro, I told the God, and he gave me a revelation.
And that's funny though. I did not watch that show, and when I looked up, I said, no, he didn't just pick the same teams. Oh, this is about to get ugly.
I watched this one with Michael Irvin now. But yeah, so L-Jack, man. I got L-Jack. Let's go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with L-Jack, man. He gonna show and prove it. But
you doing the SAT day?
he texted Brock Purdy.
Oh, he was on the 17 quarterbacks?
He on mute right now.
You got the 17 quarterbacks for us? Let's hear it.
No. I ain't got all 17.
Oh, man. But I'm glad we're still in the realm of talking about quarterbacks, man, because we got to bring back one of the segments that we also talk about as far as being a member. You got to talk about that not so average top 5. Not your average top 5. Joe, spotlight on you, man. We're going to take a back seat.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.